Hello, everyone. Welcome to the coziest episode of Hockey Town. This is 313 Hockey, and I'm your hooded host, Jake Rivard.
I'm your hooded host, Mads.
I'm your other hooded host, Tom.
Now that we've gotten our coziness out of the way, let's get started. Talk a little bit about hockey.
No, I added something to the intro.
Oh, I just saw. So last week, Maddie came to visit, and she met my dad and my entire dad's side of my family. And apparently she has some interesting thoughts she'd like to share. Maddie?
Well, it was well delivered at the time of the interview. So Jake, I was like, as all fans hopefully have seen and are aware, Jake and I conducted some interviews at the Little Caesars Arena, home of the Detroit Red Wings. And during those interviews, I thought, how can I best deliver this news to Jake without being too overtly obvious about it? So I said, Jake, we should do an interview. And it was the first one of the night. He was very excited. I was like, you know what, Jake, I'd love to interview you host to host. It would just be so lush. So I mic up. Jake's ready. First one of the night. I'm all mic'd up. This is fresh. I think one day after meeting Jake's father. He's not aware of the fact that I and my Scottish friend Brendan, who I brought along, think Jake's dad looks pretty dilfy. So long story short, I get the microphone out. Jake's hyped to talk about hockey. I say, Jake. I say, who are we here with? Jake Rivard. Jake. Or no, he said long answers. So I said, no short answers. I said, Jake, please talk about some of the strengths that come along with having the dilfiest dad in Macomb County. And this man goes, I knew you were going to say that when you
There was a point where she came in and she's introducing herself to my dad. And she starts talking to him and I see her eyes light up. And I only see her eyes light up like that when she's talking about like Dan Campbell or like Rodrigo. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson. And later when she brought it up.
like that, it's not my fault.
Later when she brought it up, she did the noise that she does where she goes,
oh no, I hate her. That I have a noise. No.
It's become a staple now.
And I knew.
But you knew what you had.
Listen, I knew my dad was. I knew my dad was going to do something to her because at one point he took her hand to look at her nails, and I saw like just a fire burn in her.
Not only did he do that, he goes, "Wow, your nails are really cool," and I was like, "Why, thank you, sir."
You're like, hi.
See, Jake's dad is like one of the most chill people I've met.
Yeah, he's pretty chill.
He also has a Confederate flag on his fridge.
Yeah, we won't talk about that though.
Super chill though. Super chill.
Oh, definitely won't talk about that. Anyway, totally normal transition.
Totally chill. Here. Yes.
There's been a lot of very strong opinions today
about Jake's dad.
Not just about my dad,
mostly,
but also about the reverse retro jerseys.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So, the Red Wings brought the barber pole back, but instead of it being a red and white, they've decided to make it a black and red, a first in the history of the Red Wings. I like it.
I also like it.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's everybody was complaining last year that they weren't being creative enough with their design.
Right. Oh, last year's was so bad.
Last year's was terrible.
Yeah. So bad.
It really was.
And so I think they took a good risk this year. Whether you like it or not doesn't matter because they tried something totally new.
Right.
Yeah. And, honestly, as I've kind of talked about before, barber pole is super hard to pull off. And if you're going to try to pull it off, they did it the best they could. Honestly. The original mock-up that I saw, the black and white where it was mostly black, I was not a fan of.
Oh, really? I like that one as well. What I don't like about it is how similar it is to Chicago's. It's
that's my
identical.
That
is
only gripe.
so fucking annoying.
What blows my mind is like I kept thinking about this. Like Adidas is the one handling all of these.
Yeah.
How did they not have creative communications between all the teams?
I agree. I
Yeah.
don't know how. And also for some of the other ones, I'm like, how did you not get it right? Like the Ducks, they
Yeah.
had one fucking job.
You know what? Since we're gonna have this part of a video segment, let's show our viewers what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So
Oh no, we're doing
these are what the
video
jerseys
again.
look like.
Jake, you hurt. It hurt to see me on video. Or we're doing
It's
video
okay.
again.
We're all in hoods, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
anyway,
fuck.
these are what the jerseys look like. For our listeners, we are just showing all 32 of the NHL reverse retro jerseys, and there are some that are very ugly. The St. Louis Blues, for example, have a bright
You don't
yellow,
like that?
that piss yellow
No, he
jersey.
doesn't.
Well, that's part of their color, man.
Yeah,
Like
it's
their
just
color
like the
scheme.
it's the weird music note in the middle, I think, that's throwing
I
me
kind of
off.
liked it.
See, if they flipped it, I would have. I really think it's a lot better.
That could be interesting.
If it was like a yellow music note.
Yeah, agree. But I think they were trying to inverse it, like
Oh,
The
God,
reverse
Nashville.
retro.
The Devils one
you
cracks
know.
me up because it looks like Burger King colors.
Do you see Nashville's though?
Oh, it's the
The
saber-tooth
Devils?
tiger.
The shitty saber-tooth tiger that is like a 3D mock-up.
No, I think I would have liked the Toronto jersey if it wasn't just so
I like it.
lazy. It's just it feels like every other Toronto jersey you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
That is true as well. That's a good point.
The Florida one is dope.
I think that's my favorite one.
It's a powder
Yeah.
blue with
It's
a palm tree and
gorgeous.
hockey stick on a sunset.
That's their old
Yeah.
logo. That's their old logo.
That is
Yeah.
how much more could you want out of that?
And
No, it's
the cap-
it's really pretty.
It is really good. I really do like that one. My other one that I really, really, really like is the Capitals with the Screaming Eagle. I'm so glad that they brought that
It's
back.
That's a
I-
classic. That's early OV.
I don't like
yeah.
I don't like that white part where the arrow is. I don't know. So it's almost there for me, but there's something that's just
So-
not it.
Which one is your guys' favorite and which is your least favorite?
That's a toughie.
I think my favorite might be Florida's.
Yeah, I like Florida Coyotes.
The Coyotes have a cool one.
Theirs is fucking cool.
Like the brown desert sands color.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and the Kings. I like that old jersey.
Oh, that
Reminds me of
classic.
Gretzky. Yeah.
I like the Sharks one a lot just because I have a
Mm,
fondness in my
yeah.
heart for the Steel Seal.
Fuck the Seals.
I hate the Sharks, but the jersey's pretty good.
Yeah.
With the expansion teams, I'm not gonna like count them for this because they don't really have like.
But I think they did a good job.
Yeah.
They did a good job. Vegas is a little.
Vegas is-
It's a little weak.
Yeah.
Vegas has stars that glow in the dark at night,
Okay, that's
which is
cool.
kind of cool.
I think Vegas did it. Like, look at Vegas versus the Canes. It's like
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like they have a
better
lot-
than that. The
It is.
Canes.
and it's not like they have a lot of source material to work with.
Yeah, and that's why. Like,
Yeah.
I think separately they did a good job to like try to do a reverse kind of retro jersey, where some of them I'm not like.
Which one is
super happy
what's your
about.
least favorite one, guys?
My least favorite?
Mine is the St. Louis one. It's just so ugly to me. Or the Minnesota one, because the Minnesota one feels lazy. It's a very cool design, but it's
It
just
is
what they did
lazy.
last year.
Yeah. So is Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas
I
is
think
a
the
very
Devils
good
too. They
one,
didn't do
too.
shit.
Yeah, the Devils just did an away jersey with Kansas City, the Kansas City colors.
Yeah. I think
What
that's
is the Bear? What team is that?
It's the
it.
Bruins.
It's the Bruins.
Oh, duh.
Yeah,
That
Pooh
was
Bear.
stupid.
It's the '90s Pooh Bear. If
It took
they
me
had the
s-
yellow jersey, I'd be down for it. So much more than the white.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess
my
the
least
Canes one's
favorite
the
is
worst.
Nashville for sure.
The Canes, yeah. The Canes is kind of lazy. And you said Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville's for
Yeah,
sure.
fuck Nashville's too.
Yeah, those both
Well,
suck. Those are both pretty bad.
I hope I hope that everyone out there listening to this is actually looked them up so that they're not just hearing
Yes.
us.
Let us know what your opinions are with the jerseys
Yeah.
in the replies. And they can always Google it, you know.
Google.
We do have some Red Wings news that is a little bit heavy. So I figure we
Yeah.
can just get that out of the way.
Get your sweatshirts on, guys.
Jacob Arana has entered the NHL Player Assistance Program. This is a program that handles different things ranging from mental health issues to substance abuse issues to any number of things. But I think what's the most important thing about this is that it isn't really our business what he's in there for specifically. As you guys know, Dylan Larkin went in last year when he revealed later that he had a miscarriage. Carey Price went in last year, and it helped him with a lot of his substance abuse problems. And we don't really know the details, and I don't really think we need to know them
No.
necessarily.
Yeah.
No,
I don't.
I don't think anyone really needs to ask too many questions now. If he wants to open up about it later, that's totally up to him.
Yeah, and for people that have media access, they should not be badgering him like a certain media figure badgered Larkin last year, repeatedly
Who?
asking him. Helene St. James of the Detroit Free Press.
Oh,
She
she's-
constantly, when Larkin came back, she kept asking him what was wrong, like why he
Oh
left
my
for personal
God.
reasons. And he kept having to tell her like it was for personal reasons. And she's like, okay, why?
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
dude,
That's
like
fucked up.
It's like stop asking if
My-
if he keeps saying like
These are
"Please
human
don't
beings."
ask, don't ask.
Well,
It's
my
not that
my
hard.
issue with this is it is something private, and
Mhm.
because it's private, I wish we could just keep it at that. But the fact that they have to say that he's entered this program means that it's either substance abuse or a mental health thing. Like, I wish that they could just, we don't need to know shit. Like, let them just go through what they need to go through. And now, because they said that he entered this program, everyone speculates, well, oh, I think he is an addiction, or just like, why?
Mhm.
Just fucking.
And that's the thing about it is like you can't speculate.
And even if he does, I mean, like these are human beings. Like these are sure they're like rich people that we watch on TV for fun, but like these are still
Mhm.
human beings, and they still deserve like the same amount of privacy that you or I might get.
Yeah. And you want it, I mean, maybe it's related, but I remember Jake when we were at the game, and I was re-listening to the podcast. Well, not re-listen, I listened to it, but like way after we had recorded, and you had said something like Verona looked like he just checked out. Oh, sorry.
Are you good?
Yeah, no, you're right. I do remember
You
that, 'cause I
mentioned
said
that.
he was
Yeah, you're like
disengaged.
it seemed
Yeah.
it seemed like he was
So
disengaged, and
there's
I
something
don't
more
know.
on his mind then.
Yeah, clearly. I
Um,
mean, that we know for
yeah.
sure, but
And like, let's be honest, I want him playing when he has the ability to put his all into the game.
well, yeah,
And
that's what we all want.
And he needs to take his time to do whatever it is that he needs to get help with or figure out.
Right.
If it takes till next season, it takes till next season. If it's next week, even better.
But
it should be on his schedule.
with that said, we now have a spot on the lineup in the top 6 that needs to be filled in. It's like unfortunate that it has to come to that, conversation, but like,
Right.
we don't know how long he's going to be out.
Yeah.
So I think if you didn't think this was a big opportunity for Dominic Kubalik or Philip Zadina, then it most certainly is now.
Well, not Kubalik. He has the roster spot.
Yeah,
He's
Kubalik has a roster spot. What I'm saying is that he's playing on the top line. He's getting top line minutes,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
getting to play with like Larkin and Raymond.
yeah.
Or
Well-
he can get a chance to show himself.
This is what we said too, like we said before, it doesn't really matter if they started for that first game or not. There are going to be injuries, which we know,
Mhm.
we see with Bertuzzi, as well as having Verona out. So we have the opportunity for, Sedina and Suter being subbed in there as well, Fabry speculation. I'd love
They've-
to see maybe some of the Griffins guys, Bergeron or Edvinson,
Yeah.
get called up.
So Daniela Bruce today, we're recording this on Thursday, the October 20th. But Daniela Bruce said something about how they're happy with how the lineup looks right now, and
Yeah.
they're not sure if they're going to call anybody up just yet.
Yeah,
So
I mean, that makes sense.
I think
Yeah.
that's fine. You could pop Suter in on the 4th line, throw Zadina on the
Right.
second left wing, and Kubalik on the top line, and you've still got your solid 4 lines.
Yeah.
It's nice to have depth.
But I mean, how many players are they carrying then?
I think they're carrying. Well, they've got probably 12 forwards. I think like
I believe
7 or 8
17.
defensemen.
Okay.
Yeah, about
I
17.
thought the number
players.
was 17.
Plus,
Yeah,
you got
but
Jake Wallman coming off injured reserve
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit.
oh yeah, I forgot
And
about
then
him.
when's Fabry
I did
supposed to
too.
get back, you know?
Fabry's coming back in the new year. They
Okay.
announced that this
Okay.
week as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
I would like to
misspoke
see.
earlier. I forgot about that because I said Fabry earlier. So scratch
Yeah.
that, Tom, please.
You did right here that Jonathan Bergeron should be called up, and I agree.
I also agree.
That
But I think
yeah.
he's injured.
Oh, really?
I'd have to double check that.
I do remember.
I know.
Probably should have checked.
I mean, we can check real quick.
Yeah, I
We
wish
have
there was
time.
just easily accessible information on like this kind of stuff. If only there was some sort of way.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It would be cool to have him up. I mean, I'd be cool to see Edvinson eventually come up if there's some injuries.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
Edvinson
we
will
gotta-
come up before Berggren.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're
But-
different positions, so
We have more holes.
Yeah,
with
I know, but just generally.
offense that we would need to fill,
yeah.
or at least that we can speculate to fill.
So it looks like, yeah, it doesn't look like Jonathan Berggren's played beyond one game. He's only played a
Okay,
single
so
game, so
yeah.
he's been injured for a little bit. I think that Edvinson got injured as well. He didn't play the game that Costa
Oh,
started.
yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
so-
Yeah.
Available on the Griffins.
I don't really think we need to call anybody up just yet.
Yeah.
I mean, until Berggren's back, Berggren would be my first pick,
Yeah.
like to call up. But with that said, we could talk a little bit about the Griffins. You guys want to just move that segment
Yeah.
up? All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have caught any games or highlights, but Simon Edvinson, according to my friends who've been at the Griffins games, has been the most noticeable player every night. Like he's head and shoulders above everybody else. In 2 games, he has 4 points.
And I think
makes
we would
sense.
accept that, but
Yeah.
I mean,
it's also really great to see. I'm not
Well,
going to say anything beyond that. It's great to see, and we do kind of come to expect it with how we've kind of viewed him to be able to step into the lineup.
and it's the same thing with Sider when he started in Grand Rapids, where I mean, by the end of that year, everybody was like, okay, he's the best player in that lineup. I saw a really neat quote from Ben Simon, their head coach, where he talked a little bit about Edvinson. Let me pull that up actually, so I can. It was a pretty neat quote. Yeah. We've worked with guys like Sider who have gone through the kind of same things, and you see where Sider ended up a couple of years later. We've got confidence that we know how to develop Simon Edvinson. I think that's a pretty nice vote of confidence for how he's going to be.
Costa
no,
got
I-
his first win too.
Did he?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did think about that.
Did he do? He played Milwaukee, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the Admirals, 21 saves, I think.
Good
So,
for him.
Yeah.
I think he just got sent back down to the ECHL. So my theory is he's just going to be going up and
Did
down.
they? Are you sure?
They just sent him down like
Oh,
probably 20 minutes ago.
God damn it.
Fuck, I didn't see that. That's so
Why?
annoying.
It's
That's where players
irritating.
go to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
how you
like
see development.
when good soccer players are done with their career and they go to the MLS.
Okay,
You guys
but,
excited
like,
to see Ronaldo's MLS debut one year?
Oh
I do
yeah,
like him from Detroit
it'll
FC
come.
game.
Dude, DCFC is actually
dude,
really
it's
cool.
so fun.
I saw them play in Pittsburgh, and the chants are
Really?
so catchy.
Yeah.
I wish we had chants in hockey.
In
I've been
Germany,
talking
they
to-
do. In Germany, a hockey game feels like a soccer game. It's so
Yeah.
fun. It's actually, even though the quality of like competition isn't as good as it is over here, like the chants and the atmosphere and the shit that they do during the game is so much better.
Man,
I catch their games every once in a while on like ESPN, and they just look like so much fun to go to.
I wish we just
It
had like
is.
fun little things that we did. Like, so when I went and saw the Dallas Stars play,
Oh yeah.
when they do the national anthem, they would do
Stars.
yeah, they shout stars.
Yeah.
When
Panthers
Dang.
say red.
they had their own goal song that
Yeah.
Pantera wrote them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And whenever the other team scored and they would like announce who scored, they would all shout, "Who cares?" over the name of the player. It's hilarious.
I went to a Michigan hockey game last week, and they also, the atmosphere there is amazing. It's like they chirp the other team's goalie the entire time. They have their band there, which made it so fun. And like the
That's sick.
student section like does all these cool like fucking, I don't even know what's,
They do
but
TikTok
Yeah.
dances to
They do
distract the other
fucking-
team.
yeah, they do like all this shit, and I'm like, god damn, like it would be so fun to have that at an NHL game. They really go all out.
You'll see it when we go on Saturday for Michigan Tech versus Bemidji State, but their student section's really fucking insane, and they have a really loud ass band. Like it's 216 decibels, I think, is what the total is.
So it's
But
louder than the Wings goal
it's-
horn.
It's loud as
I don't.
fuck.
Here we go
Dude,
about the
I
goal.
have video of them with trumpets and there's flames coming out. It's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fucking rocks.
I wish I could
Tom.
play
Tech
games on a
parties
trumpet.
like pretty good, guys.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There's nothing else to do up here,
That's
Also fair. Jake has figured it
guys.
out very
I'm
quickly.
in the UP right now, and this place is like purgatory.
That's not purgatory.
Like,
oh
no, it's fine. It's nice.
It's a beautiful home that I really do love. It's hard to really explain to people what it's like to live in the
You
UP.
people.
You people.
You people.
What do you mean by you people? What do you mean by that?
Trolls.
Yeah, trolls.
No, okay, so
Mostly trolls.
it is gorgeous. It is
Yeah.
beautiful, and it is nice to walk around.
Wait, is Tom drunk or high right now? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to know.
Now I'm glad we're recording to get that little face he just
Have the
did.
Upers ever heard of
What?
seasoning?
Oh,
Because everything I've had, I am not
but
exaggerating.
it's not just Upers. It's like white people in general.
White people in general.
Well, the closer you get to like a big city, the more seasonings come in. Because like, what I mean is up
There's
here
more
they don't.
diversity.
What I mean is they don't use salt and pepper here.
Because it's
up here.
all whitey whites of the
It-
whites.
it-
I asked.
Tom,
I went to a
when was
diner
the
this
last
morning.
time you saw a person of color up there?
Today.
They don't exist here.
Today.
What? Like never? Oh, you saw one?
No,
Okay.
literally today.
Oh,
All right.
I was driving.
Oh,
and they were safe.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I know, right?
Like, because up in the UP, the demographics
Oh.
are overwhelmingly not people of color.
I see.
So
Alright.
sundown towns, look those up.
We, we don't know if there's any in the UP. Okay, like chill the fuck out.
Gosh.
For real quick. And there's some diversity up here. If you look into the history of like the mining industries up here, there's a lot of
Yeah, it's Germans or Irish. There's a lot of diversity.
There's Finnish people too.
Actually, there's a lot of Chinese immigrants.
Tom, I'm
that
just
helped
fucking with you.
build-
Don't make
We're
it
just pushing the
serious.
button.
This is
Mine.
all jokes.
Oh, I know.
Where it's all love.
But like, I also do enjoy teaching people about the UP.
What I will say
Aw.
though is when I went.
Wait,
into
let
a-
him. I want to learn something about the UP.
He just told you about the Chinese miners, and you were interrupting him.
Yeah.
Okay, can you? Sorry, Tom. Can you tell us more about the Chinese miners?
Yeah, so there used to be a pretty large amount of Chinese immigrants that came here to work in the copper mines during the late 1800s. The copper that came out of out of the Keweenaw Peninsula here actually helped build a lot of the early industry or like early like telephone cables and stuff.
Mhm.
During like the early like 1900s and getting electricity power to different cities.
You know, it's really amazing too.
Yeah.
That same copper that was used has been scrapped in the city of Detroit so many times.
Also,
It's
fair-
just history repeating itself.
also fair. That's fair.
Oh,
And it's not fair to also not talk about native copper and the vast amount of mining that was done by Native Americans before
very true.
Europeans got here into the Western UP.
I was gonna say this is my last Uper slander for today. I went to a diner and I asked a lady for hot sauce for my pasty, and she looked at me like I was sick
You
in the head.
shouldn't. Okay, one, you shouldn't have said that.
Why?
Fucking say. There are two things that you put on a pasty, and there's only one right answer. It is
Okay.
gravy or ketchup, and the right answer is ketchup.
Oh,
Oh no, because then I ate it with gravy and she gave me another evil look.
Yeah.
She said, "Are you sure you don't want ketchup?" And I said,
yeah.
"I'm good."
That's how.
Sorry,
we know,
Jim.
That's how we know you're a fucking tourist.
Great. Now I've outed myself. I doxed myself.
I love you, Jim.
oh my god.
Where'd your hood go?
Oh,
You guys want to talk about the LA game?
Nah,
no,
I think we should.
I'm just
I
kidding.
heard
Can you?
Zavino was-
Maddie and I were at the game.
Jake and I were there and we sung Kumbaya with the rest of the fans.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah?
that's the case. No, we hung out with McCarty for a bit.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, DMAC was very happy to see us. hung out with Daniela for a bit. She was also very
Yeah, that
happy
was
to see
also
us.
dope.
She was so excited to see us, and I was
I
like,
know,
"Oh,
that
you
was
like us?"
so cute. That was adorable. She like her face lit up when she saw us. I was like, stop it, Daniela. You look gorgeous.
It's because she knows we have good takes. She and Carly both agreed with us that the reverse retros are cool. And if you don't like the reverse retros for the wings, wait a year, you'll get another one. It's not that big of a deal. It is not the end of the
Honestly.
world.
Yeah, I'm
People
still
are
Stop the diaper
so
filling.
upset.
I am still
Wait.
waiting for Derpy Cat.
What do you
but-
think people get more upset about? Zadina/Zadina haters or the reverse retros?
That is a really, really fascinating question. What do you think? I think it's got to be it's because the jerseys are like a one-time thing. The Zadina stuff is a gift that keeps on giving,
It's
and
an
that
evergreen.
to
It's
me,
a
it's like-
lifestyle.
and it's like a cumulative hate over time.
It's a lifestyle.
Like
Does it-
because if they're haters, the cumulative hate is going to build, and they're going to get more and more impatient. If you're a Zadina defender, you're going to get more and more ardent in your defense of him. So you're going to be a lot more like
I've
aggressive.
seen some really tried and true Zadina supporters now like kind of doubling down a little bit. Because listen, here's the truth. Here's the cold hard facts, folks.
Break it down.
I'm gonna break it down. Here's the cold hard facts. We know for a fact that Larkin's gonna be out at least 4 to 6 weeks. And
Larkin or
we
Bert?
know
Or Bert.
Bert. I
God,
already
if you
fucked
Larkin-
up.
Freudian slip.
I already had Freudian slip. All right, those were not the cold hard facts, but here are the cold hard facts straight out of the freezer.
Read it.
We didn't lie to you. There's just a little bit of gaslighting happening here. There were no original cold hard
Bert,
facts. You're crazy.
Tyler
Well,
Bertuzzi has a broken hand. He's going to be out, and Verana's going to be out indefinitely. So what this means for Zadina is he at least has 4 to 6 weeks to prove he's going to be on a top spot. This is it. This is the last chance he has. This is it. He's going to be in a top spot. And if he doesn't produce so far, no points. If he doesn't produce, that is it. He's in a new system. He has a new coach. He has new teammates. Guess what? This is the last opportunity he has to prove himself. Period. That's it. Those are the cold hard facts. After this time, he's either going to stay where he is in a top spot, or they're going to trade him, or something else. And that's my TED Talk.
All right. So, Maddie, after finishing that beautiful rant, seeing Zadina play for the first game this season, honest opinions.
Oh God, Jake and I were just every time. Okay, I'll preface it by saying he had 2 good plays the entire game.
there were a couple where you and I
maybe
were both
more,
like,
maybe
all right,
3.
that was good.
Yeah, there were times where it was like, okay, yeah, he did what he was supposed to do. He made a good pass, or he was there when he should have been there, and he did what he needed to do. There were a lot of other times he was not there. He was out of position. He had a shitty pass. He
passed
fanned
right
on
in
a few
front of the net.
shots. Yeah. Oh yeah, he had put the net or the puck right in front of our own net, and like in a very
I saw
dangerous
that was a tweet from you early on, and that's
Yeah.
what this game is about to be rough.
There was the time
Just-
he like whiffed on reading a pass and then overshot it, and then
like more
spun
than
out
once
trying
though
to
that
get it.
he whiffed several times, and like people who support him will be like, oh, you're being so critical, but
Well, what about this other player?
yeah, or they do that a lot. But I
His
mean,
stick handling was on point though.
he
I did
did
notice
listen.
that.
Not everything not everything he does was bad. And this is now going to lead me into our next segment. Shout out to my friend Costley, who suggested this as a segment. All of us have to say nice things about Sedina. So as hard as it may be,
You know,
maybe it's not hard. Maybe you
feel-
guys have
I feel I've said enough nice things about.
No,
Zadina because-
everybody has to say
no,
something
We have to say
nice.
at least
during
one
Fuck,
nice thing.
Marry, Kill, I did take Zadina to marry.
it doesn't matter. This is a new segment
Yeah,
that
we're
rolling
clean
out.
slate right
Okay,
now.
Okay.
Clean
All right,
slate.
My nice thing is that he didn't look like a replacement level player when he played.
Okay. I'll agree with that. I will co-sign. My nice thing. He's actually kind of handsome. I think he's cute. Suck my dick, Biz Nasty. I think that he's kind of handsome, and I hate him. So now what? So now what?
I honestly think Zadina has very good hands for stick handling and has a decent shot when he can be accurate.
All right, there we go. Now that we said all the nice things, let's be mean again.
Oh my God.
I just
I don't know. Mine was
Listen,
kind of
You
passive aggressive.
You mean Philip No Nets Sadina?
sad.
Sad.
So my thing is, even if Philip Zadina does have a great 4 to 6 weeks, let's say he plays 8 games and he scores 4 to 5 points in that time frame.
Mhm.
Where do you put him in the lineup? Who gets dropped in
Third
that
line.
time? Let's say Bert and Verona come back around the exact same time. Would you really break up the Redwood line? You'd break up
No.
Rasmussen, Sundquist,
Is that
Soderblom
the
line?
third line?
That's the third line.
How tall is
If you put him on,
how tall is Zadina?
not tall enough.
Okay.
Not tall.
And if you put him on the fourth line, then he has to push Kubalik out of a spot. Or, and I know
Yeah,
this is gonna hurt, Adam Ernie.
Oh, come on.
That's
Okay.
not happening.
We now interrupt
Yeah,
our scheduled broadcast
cannot.
to talk about the elite
The
Adam
one,
Ernie.
the only.
Oh, hold on. We need to take a short break.
Oh, good heavens. Hold on a moment. Before we get to that segment, let's talk a little bit about the rest of this game.
No, I'm ready. I want to talk about Ernie.
All right.
Oh, that's what you do.
Let's get to it then. We interrupt this broadcast again. We'll talk to you again about one word.
Elite. Thank you for calling him what he is.
Break it
Listen,
down.
I'm breaking it down. As the listeners may know, I have been an Adam Ernie critic in the past, and it was warranted, in my
Many
opinion.
of us have been.
And that is true as well. Many people have been Ernie critics.
I
Fair.
myself was a large critic of Mr. Ernie.
Yeah. And so Jake had an interview of me from the game the other night where I took my new stance on my Ernie elitism, which started in the preseason when he started really changing his game. But in the video, I said he was mid last season and that he's elite now. And I was kind of drunk and I was going on, and Jake posted it on our Twitter page, and the one, the only elite Adam Ernie faved the tweet. So he saw me
our
say
video.
that. He saw our video. He knows how I feel about him.
He's listening to this episode. Adam.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Adam, tell your agent to check his email because I just sent him an email.
Did you actually?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, I'm so excited. No, I actually do really like him. Like I said before in my interview, it used to be just for memes, but now I really
That's okay. Keep it going.
I really like him, and I'm excited to see what happens. He's elite. And the memes and content that's coming out of it is even better. So
The thing is, even if he was like, an actual like 80-point player, I would still be talking about him this way just because of like how strange his story has been getting here.
it's so weird.
He was acquired by Steve Yzerman for like, I think a 3rd or 4th round pick.
Sounds right.
He showed up, didn't really do much in the worst season they had, that 2019-20 season.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started picking up the pace and he scored a little bit. And then in 2021, he led the team in goals with just a ridiculous shooting percentage. He had like 13 goals on the season.
Wait, he did?
Yeah. In 2020, 2021.
Oh, yeah.
COVID season.
And then last season he fell off a little bit, but I mean, can you blame him? He was.
But did you see the stat from this season?
Yeah.
That
I haven't.
throughout the whole league, I think he takes the most shots. I think that was the stat.
Yep,
Was
he
that
has the
stat
heaviest
sheet?
shots. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the heaviest shots.
So
So-
I mean, he's shooting hard. He's checking hard.
He
knows-
does.
the
Yeah.
thing is with Ernie is he knows the assignment. He knows what he's got to do.
Right.
He knows that. Okay, cool. Like Larkin can do the Larkin shit. I don't need to pretend I'm Dylan Larkin. I can play to
Hell
my
yeah.
strengths and I can break the other team by
Right.
slowly wearing them down, and then I go in and I get my dirty goal.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he's been doing so, and he's succeeded, and I love him. Adam,
He's doing great.
please come on the show so we can talk about your.
And he has
clothing.
a normal looking wife. Like a,
Yes.
an- like a
No,
not.
She's blonde with blue eyes, and
She is blonde, but she's normal looking.
Okay.
Not like
Also-
obscenely hot.
I mean, she's
she
pretty.
can be hot. She can be
Yeah.
obscenely hot.
Well, yeah.
It's Adam
You can
Ernie.
be
He can-
obscenely.
Mr. Ernie can
Yes.
have whatever he wants.
Listen, you can have an
I'm
obscenely
so
hot
sorry, Mr.
wife
Ernie. Please do not beat me up.
that looks like a different kind of extremely hot woman. Like, anyway, you did we even talk about the Larkin safe?
No, that was what I was trying to talk about.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I
that-
got interrupted by my brain.
That whole sequence, it's that ADHD will do it to a motherfucker.
I don't even have it. I'm
Me
just
neither.
rude accidentally.
I think we both do.
I
I
definitely
think we all do.
I definitely fucking do.
At the end of the game, Maddie and I were sitting up in the gondola. We were
Yes.
in the upper view. I call it the Iserman view because he's up there watching her on the same angle. And Victor Arvidsson of the LA Kings had the puck and he was skating towards the empty net. And when he did, we both started to see Larkin speed up. And I turned to Maddie. I'm like, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't know what he's thinking.
And I said, yes, it is.
And he leans forward, knocks the puck out, and we both leap out of the seats. We're
Yeah.
watching all this happen. He gets up, he passes to Sider. Sider passes it up the ice,
Ah.
gets it to Oscar Sundquist. This sequence starts happening, and we're both like butt clenching, edge of the seat, like literally like leaning over the side of the glass. And when
Yeah.
Arvidsson potted that, or when Sundquist potted that goal, the entire
Dog.
crowd just erupted.
Oh, I have to imagine. Because for me here at home, it was probably the most exciting, like 60 seconds of
It
hockey
was
I've watched
amazing,
in
man.
So long.
It was
from the
so
press.
nice. And like, I feel like that moment would not have happened last season. I can't
No.
foresee that just watching hockey this season feels different. And
It
that
does.
moment in particular, in that game, I just feel like it had a different feeling for the
That was a
Wings.
statement.
Yeah. And it was
to-
amazing. That's our cap. I said that to Jake too. I was like, that's our captain when he scored.
we were like going fuck.
And,
Like,
like
That was-
I know it's
yeah.
only 3 games into the season, but Maddie, you're right. This team does feel different from last year. It really
It
does.
does.
it's I said before the season started, every game is practically a must-watch game because of
Yeah.
just there's just something different in the air.
It really does kind of feel like that.
There's a hustle, there's a pride, there's
Yeah.
understated determination.
It's
Mhm.
not just chip and chase.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
that
They're
was
setting
one
up
thing I noticed
plays.
too.
They're taking shots.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
And there's
Guys,
got, like David Perron is good.
Yeah.
He's
Ron's
this-
been doing great.
Newsflash. Perron, good.
He's like he's like an older guy and he's still got
Yeah.
the hustle.
Mhm.
He does.
Um,
it's great to have those older guys though, that some of the pickups that we got in
Yeah.
the off season. It's like they're in the right spot and they're doing what they should be doing. It's like, whoa, that's how it's
Mhm.
supposed to be.
You're like, wait a minute. And I think Larkin is hitting the right age too, where he's starting to get to the point where he's got still got
26.
the energy of like a youth, but he
Right.
has the fundamentals of a veteran.
Yeah.
So he's hitting
Yeah,
that.
that's a good line, Jake.
Like that to me, everybody's like, oh, your NHL player's prime is 24, 25. And I'm thinking 28, 29. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like those
Look
late
at Ovi.
20s. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Crosby kicked it into another gear that year.
I feel
Mhm.
like
Iserman did. Iserman got his two-way game in. Like,
I feel
yeah.
like that's around the age that like your prime starts as like 23, 24 is when it
Depends on the
kinda
player too, though.
yeah, because some
Yeah,
players start
and
later
it,
than
and it
others.
does, and some players start earlier. I mean, how long
Right.
has He's been doing this shit
Exactly. I was about to say.
since
man.
day one, literally. But to be able to say that like you have a player and you have a few players that are kind of like in their stride or getting into their stride right now at the right time feels so great. And even if they don't necessarily make the playoffs, it's a step forward. And that's what
Exactly.
I
I think
part.
it's more than a step. It's several steps forward.
It-
But
it
maybe
is.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Like you said, it's only been 3 games.
And yeah, we should probably temper our
Yeah.
expectations a little.
But-
But 3 games, I mean, hey,
And by the time
undefeated.
yeah,
in
undefeated in regulation.
Undefeated in regulation.
There we go.
Cheers.
So by the time this episode comes out, I think a couple games will be played. I believe the Friday
2.
and Sunday game will be played. Let's make an early delusional prediction. Let me pull up the schedule and see who they're playing.
Also,
playing-
Also, if they do end up losing a game during that time, we didn't jinx them. It was
So
the other
tomorrow,
team
It's
just
tomorrow
scored
at
more points than
Chicago,
us.
Sunday against Anaheim.
so you're going to tomorrow's game, right?
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked, dude.
And then that's their home opener too.
I
Oh, it is.
know.
You better be
It's-
ready. I want to see you go ape there.
Maddie, you have to be a
Please don't
menace.
die.
Please be a
I'm a
menace.
little bit concerned, honestly, because I know I saw a guy. I went out to dinner with my dad. I'm in like the burbs of Chicago. I saw a guy wearing a Blackhawks like sweatshirt at dinner, and I was already triggered. I'm like really loudly in the restaurant talking to my dad. I'm like, I don't see how people can still support an organization which covered up sexual abuse.
But for real.
No, but for real, I don't understand it. So like tomorrow being in their place before their home opener, God,
Yeah.
I'm honestly worried. I said to my dad, I'm like, listen,
You're gonna
As
get
long as-
hate crimed. Like I
they're
don't know.
gonna get hate crime by me.
Yeah.
I
Come
said
on.
to my dad, I was like, listen, I won't fight anyone, but if they provoke me, that's on them.
Yeah.
He said, please don't. I said, Dad, do you know who you raised?
I mean,
said,
hey, if they
okay.
swing first, you're
Exactly.
all-
Do they have
you're
standard
all
ground laws
set.
in Chicago?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
I don't think so.
Just shout some slander about them. It's not like that building's gonna be really full anyway. Like
No, it will be. It's
yeah.
their home opener.
yeah,
It's
but the
sold
Hawks
out.
suck this year, and Chicago fans are kind of fair weather. So
Yeah.
I'll send
talked about
updates
this.
tomorrow. By the
Yeah.
time this comes out, people will know my fate. If I die there, please scatter my ashes in the Detroit River.
we'll hold this up.
Can you hold a
I
vigil
will-
for me?
Yeah,
A candlelit vigil.
Yes.
can we do a roast too?
Can you do that while I'm alive? It feels like if I'm
Alright,
dead, it's behind my back.
Comedy Central Road.
We'll
Yeah.
plan the roast.
I feel like a roast when someone's not there is just cruel. A roast to my
Yeah.
face, fine.
I will roast you to your face. That's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, even if it's like you're like this.
That's funny. That's funny as
Funny
fuck.
looking.
Oh, got him. Wait, Jake, did you see that Twitter poll about the zoomies that you created?
Yeah.
I won in
Yeah,
a
who won the-
landslide.
So
Who
I
won
had a
the
I
poll.
did.
So I had a poll.
Where did that come from? How did you think of that?
I was thinking about how my cat gets the zoomies sometimes. Like once a day, he gets the zoomies and he runs around the house. And then I started to think which Red Wing is the most likely to get the zoomies. And then I thought, wait, which one
Who
of
did you
us is
think?
most likely to get the zoomies?
Wait, but who do you think the Red Wing would be that gets the zoomies?
Joe
I feel like
Valeno.
Mo.
I feel
Mo. I can see
Yeah,
Mo.
I feel Mo.
Which
Mm.
Red Wing do you think is most likely to throw up like a cat? Like the
Nedeljkovic. You already you asked this a
Zadina.
few months ago. That's why I have it fresh.
Zadina gives me cat vibes.
I got like 70% of the vote for the zoomies, which is fair. That's like when I go to the gym and I feel like I can just rip open a phone book. Those are my version of the zoomies.
and see,
That
I get
is
the
so
zoomies when I get
difficult to do.
excited. Like
Wait, did you guys
Mm.
have the guys come into your middle school and rip open phone books?
try to get
What?
you to join the army.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had that in
What?
high school though.
Hold on, rewind. Repeat, please.
You
You
never
guys
had,
had
like-
grown men come to your high school and rip
They-
open. Who
Mine
even
was
had
my
phone
middle
books?
schools.
They would rip open phone books and then they would try to do like pull-up competitions too.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I bet you
Imagine
can't
being
do
that
this.
fucking
And then they would
guy.
tell you about how like Christ led them to like
Oh,
be the
no.
best they
Okay,
could
I didn't
ever
get
be.
that.
No, that
Holy
didn't happen.
shit.
That happened when I was at church.
Whoa,
You know who
I
else
did
led
not
Christ?
have that.
You know
The
who else would
J-
be able to rip phone books open at the power of faith?
Jesus
That's
Christ,
right.
your Lord and
Lord
Savior.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. Not only can he rip open phone books, he can rip open. Oh no, that wasn't him. That was Moses.
Moses can rip
Yeah,
open.
that was
this-
the Red Sea.
I mean,
The Red Sea.
Yeah.
Did you just say Moses can rip your cheeks?
yeah.
Wow, that's very inclusive of you. I can't think of anything more progressive.
Did you ever watch what's the movie? The Prince of Egypt.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No.
No?
You
Guys,
never,
I
oh
haven't-
yeah, I guess it's kind of Christian, so
Yeah.
So
But I
I
mean,
watch
it-
Christian. Don't be rude. I watch
I mean,
Christian.
it's about
Hey, I
Jesus,
don't know.
though.
I watched the Christian Veggie Tales where they go to church and Jesus is born.
Yeah, but like VeggieTales is just like a fun show.
he so the whole I think it's a Disney, it's not a Disney movie, it's like Disney adjacent, but it's like
I
it
don't
was
think
kinda
I've
fucked
seen it.
up.
I think it is.
It's a story about like Moses trying to get like the Israelites out of Egypt and
Yeah.
how his brother kept saying no.
They
and how
weren't
he-
Israelites, they were Jews.
Sorry,
Yeah,
the
they're
Jews.
Jews.
They weren't
They weren't
Israelites yet.
Israelites are something else.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry, I forgot. Sorry, Catholic guilt. Catholic guilt. um, so
Feel
he
a
tried.
little sorry for the
he tries to-
Crusades there, Jake.
He tries to get the Jews out of Egypt, and his brother, who's the
He
Pharaoh.
succeeded, allegedly.
Yeah, well, oh my God, spoilers! He keeps saying no.
My
And
bad for anyone out there who hasn't read the or the Old Testament. There's a
spoiler
little bit
alert.
There's
They
a
do get
teaser
the Jews out. So he
for
keeps
now.
trying-
Stay tuned for the next episode when they once again get exterminated or expelled.
Hey, just another spoiler alert: the Jews cannot catch a break ever.
Facts.
Sorry, Maddie.
I don't know. Never mind. I was about
But
to say something too.
Go
on, Jake.
No, but the animation is like fucking dark. Like
Oh,
they show like the plagues all happening, like the locusts eating all the food, like
Yeah.
the god of death. Like,
I
fucking
actually have
killing
seen
all
that.
the kids.
Yeah.
No, I've seen that. I remember watching that as a child and being traumatized.
The soundtrack's kind of slap though.
It
Like,
does though. Yeah.
I don't know
anyway,
how
we
we
should
got
do a
here.
313 hockey watch-a-thon of the Prince of Egypt
Or Veggie Tales.
or Veggie Tales.
VeggieTales. I'd be down for VeggieTales. That'd be fun.
See, what else do we have to talk about today? Oh, Maddie, I
What?
think it's time.
What for what?
I think you should bring your dad in to read.
It's time.
Read
Dad.
the nice little thing he wants to share with us.
Hold on, let me unplug
Oh,
my
by the
mic.
way, I remember the intro.
Oh, what was the intro?
Patrick Bateman.
Hold on.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, we
Patrick
didn't
Bateman's
record
house.
there. What Tom's studio looks like a serial killer studio, and I was gonna call it Bateman Studios. Oh, she took her headphones off. She
I can
can't
hear
even-
you. No, I can
Oh.
hear you.
There she is.
Yeah.
All right, so today we are joined by Maddie's dad, who has something really nice he'd like to share with us.
We are, well, it's been aforementioned on a previous episode.
But for our lore subscribers who haven't recalled that, Maddie's dad promised a rap for us, so we have a rap prepared for
And
us.
it's not an actual rap, it's the lyrics to a rap.
Oh, okay,
It's slam poetry.
Slam poetry.
beautiful. Well, break it down for us.
This is kind of for you guys, this is for your podcasts. Ready?
We're ready.
The hockey podcast is like the gas that was passed. The subjects are vast. With the knowledge amassed, they make forecasts. They talk fast. They answer what's asked, and they have a total blast. They are very cocky, eating teriyaki, sukiyaki, pocky, and souvlaki while talking hockey and watching TikToky with Stallone as Rocky. 313 Hockey is the name they use. Light a fuse, there's no excuse in Syracuse. Refuse to lose, drink your booze. They like to schmooze about Red Wings tattoos. They give you a bruise, they talk about shoes. You'll never snooze or you'll make you feel blue. They talk about things that are Red Wings, no purse strings. They are the king of the rings, no pulled hamstrings. They outdo all their siblings. Put a bot in front of Tom and it turns Jake on. Jake will wake and bake, then shake his snake. He makes quite the quote, it's no mistake. Did you see the blurb? D-Mac likes to sit on the curb and burn his herb. Don't perturb or disturb. They talk all things puck while thunderstruck with Donald Duck or some schmuck named Chuck who's in love with his truck and likes the Canucks. Maddie likes Mo Cider more than a spider, a collider, a rough rider, and her healthcare provider. No matter your area code, never miss a download or an episode of 313 Hockey. Thank you very
That
much.
was fantastic.
All
That
right.
was incredible. Thank
That's your
you.
donation.
That
Nice.
Thanks for your.
that was better than anything Eminem has done in the
okay.
last like 8 years.
We're praising
Absolutely.
you.
All right, I'm back.
I was just saying this is better
That
than
was fantastic.
yeah, this is better than anything Eminem's done in like 8
You
years.
said that last time you
You
rapped.
said
Well,
about the
I'm
other
saying
raps,
it again.
Jake likes to recycle his jokes.
The best Eminem bar
Oh no.
is not as good as the worst rap you've ever written.
Oh, hey, by the way, how much have we raised for Maddie and her dad's bail tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we got to figure that out.
Yeah.
What?
Hi friends, we do have a PayPal page available. It is posted on our Twitter page. If you guys want to donate to pay for Maddie.
It was great.
All right, friends, that's all we have for this week. But keep yourself posted, as later this week we'll be unleashing some true great content that you're gonna love.
Woo.
Please love it. All right. Anyway, we love you. We're gonna have more information for you soon on other events and some fun guests. Take care and have a wonderful night.